Hello, everyone. John Bruna here with the Daily Quote. If you're new to the channel or the podcast, just wanted to let you know my aspiration here is simply to share some of the wisdom that I've found in my life that has really helped me transform my life. A life that, actually started with some pretty big challenges, wound up homeless and addicted to substances, and was able to, back in 1984, begin a new journey, a journey of recovery, a journey that would lead me ultimately to becoming a counselor, then a high school teacher, a Buddhist monk, and today, wellness professional, training therapists, counselors, and people in recovery in terms of mindfulness, wellness. Author of the Wisdom of Meaningful Life book and the co-founder of the Mindfulness and Recovery Institute. So, what a journey, right? It's been just something beyond grateful for me. But what's that all about unless I can help others in the way others have helped me? So each day that I can, when I have time, I try to bring just one quote and unpack it. Some of the wisdom that I've accumulated from so many amazing people in the world that I've met and had the really good fortune to learn from and share it with you. And if you find that meaningful, I'll keep doing it. So you can hit a subscribe button here. You can, go to the podcast, the Wisdom of Meaningful Life. And you can always visit our website, meaningfullife.us. So that's all that. Let's go ahead and get to today's quote. I'll pop it up here. Our past does not need to dictate our future. Every day is a new opportunity and a fresh start if we choose to take advantage of it. We are changing all the time. If we remember this truth, we get to consciously change in the direction we choose. Have you ever really looked at your life in the sense of a constant state of becoming someone instead of who I am? Who I am. That for me was a big prison. This is the kind of person I am. These are my weaknesses. These are my strengths. This is the kind of personality I have. And, early on in my life, as I mentioned at the start here, it was a young man filled with shame, living in homelessness, had incredible low self-esteem. I was not anyone who could speak in a room full of people. Not who I am today, right? I've had the incredible opportunity to change my life because others taught me how to develop some skills, to develop some self-worth, to engage in life in ways that are ethical and meaningful, helpful, and discover the joy of living in recovery from all of these mental afflictions, addictions, and other poor choices that I'd made in my life. Also, recovery from the addiction of being tied to my limiting idea of who I am, which includes my strengths. That's who I am versus I'm always becoming. And my past does not need to dictate my future, but rather can be an incredible resource to learn from, to grow, and to be an active participant in who I become. I have learned successfully millions of times what does not work, what does not create happiness in my life. I've made many poor choices, but rather than feel bad about that now, I get to use those poor choices to make other choices, to be someone that used to cause harm to someone who gets to create helpfulness. Yeah, to have something to offer the world. We're always in a state of becoming, and all of us as humans tend to have an idea about who we are, our strengths, our weaknesses. We might say we're an impatient person and then not realize, have you ever been patient? Well, yeah, I've been patient. So are you an impatient person or a patient person? Or are you a person who is sometimes impatient and sometimes patient? I'm a people person. I'm not a people person. I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. Well, if you're a shy person, have you ever been comfortable with people? like your dear close friends. Oh, okay. So that's a little different. Am I an outgoing person? Have there been times where you haven't felt very outgoing? Yeah. We can start to realize that these labels we hang on ourselves do not ever fully capture who we are. And we can all develop ourselves and be a conscious participant in who we become. We can develop the ability, if we'd like to be a more outgoing person, to put ourselves out there a little more. If we'd like to be more reflective, we can, spend some more time in reflective, deep practice with ourselves and with others. If we'd like to be someone who has more attention and presence instead of a scattered, anxious mind, we can develop some skills to be mindful. I teach mindfulness programs. If I want to feel good about who I am more, then I can do things that I feel good about instead of seeking validation from others to make me feel good. We can be an active participant in who we become, and we can consciously bring to mind the kind of thoughts and attitudes that we would like to bring into the world. I want to be a little more loving and kind in my relationships. I can practice in more in bringing to mind the good qualities of my partner and my family and what I appreciate. But if I don't bring them to mind, they don't just pop up all the time. We're never fixed. We're never, who we were a year ago or a year before that. We're always becoming. And we're empowered if we're conscious of this opportunity to water, nurture, and grow the kinds of thoughts, activities, attitudes that we would like to embody in our lives. We literally can be a participant in our own becoming in ways that are truly transforming. Our past doesn't dictate our future, it doesn't need to. We can be a participant in that state of becoming. So it's been helpful for me. And here I am 41 years later, a very different being than the one who walked into those rooms of recovery back in 1984. I do hope you find this helpful. And if you do, yeah, let me know. And if you want me to continue doing these, as I can't do it every morning. You can notice there's nothing real fancy here. This is actually a better place than I usually am. Usually I'm just upstairs in my home. Um, I'm not trying to have a fancy chat. I'm trying to offer some of the wisdom that's helped me so it can help others. Maybe find meaningful. Yeah, let me know. Subscribe, download the podcast. That's how I know it's worth the time and energy. All right. Please be well. Take good care of yourselves and good care of those around you.